What's going on? So today we're going to be doing a replica versus retail between the Air Jordan 3 Maniéres, the black version. I think they're called something, Are You Sleeping? Some shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, y'all have to correct me because I forgot the name of these hoes. But right now I'll briefly get into the boxes because they are significantly different. And really quickly, if you cannot tell, the retail pair is on the right, the replica's on the left. So right now let's get into the boxes. So the replica box is on the left and the retail box on the right. As you can see, they're very different. This one's a lot smaller, it's a lot smoother. This one kind of looks like shit. So then also on top of that, this one feels lighter and you can just open it, boom, right? Got the little Maniére logo. These fucking mosquitoes are whooping my ass, so y'all better fucking enjoy this video because it's fucking the worst. This broke for my rep pair. As you can see, the logo's bigger. Everything for the most part is bigger on the replica box by a lot. Open that bitch up, boom, got the Maniére little shit. Just again, a lot smoother on the retail pair. Plus you get this little cloth, little dust bag already, open and ready to go. On the reps, they were like, yo, we're just gonna put it in a plastic bag. So that's cool. You got the paper. Paper difference actually is different. They used regular paper, and the reps, they put in this Maniére paper, I guess from other releases. So enough of the boxes, let's get into now we're finally going to get into the sneakers. For me personally, this is some of the things I noticed. Again, if you guys notice anything, feel free to let me know. Leave it in the comments, be like, hey idiot, you missed this, whatever. I'm going to move the retails, well, one of the retails and one of the replicas real quick, just to show you guys some of the differences. Now I won't get mixed up this time because I think this one is pretty not pretty obvious, but when you have a retail pair, it definitely is more obvious. Retail pair is this bad boy right here. The replica pair is on the left. So honestly, quality is pretty good on both pairs. The retail quality is pretty solid. Again, god damn these mosquitoes. So another pretty obvious one. Again, this can be replaced. It can be that it doesn't come with the sneaker or something like that, right? So the hang tag on this one is a bit different than on the replica pair. You can see this, look at that, it's like got a circle or some shit. It kind of just looks like shit. A lot crisper on the retail pair. This is fucking exactly the same. I'm not gonna waste my time. But I did notice a color difference, right? And this left replica pair is a bit more purple, I want to say. You can definitely see that it's darker than the retail pair. The retail pair also seems to have a bit of a higher tongue, and the replica pair doesn't have any widow's peaks. As you can see, there's a widow's peak right there. Stitching looks super tight together. I don't know if you guys can see that now, but let me get closer. Look at how tight together that stitching is, right? And then on the retail pair, there's almost, well, there is a gap right here. Like I can literally show you guys, hey, look at this space right here. There's almost no space right there, if any, on the stitching. Now you guys can kind of see the difference now. The cuts are pretty good. I would say they're a little bit thicker on the retail pair. You guys can see that leather cut. Look at that, right? The replica, a lot thinner, right? So it's very minimal things like that. Also, this stitching under the A seems to be a lot more bigger and embossed or whatever, embroidered, whatever the fuck. I think you can see that difference, pretty obvious. Tongue also seems to be maybe a tad shorter. You guys can see that. Shit. See how fucking minuscule we have to get for these little details. But yeah, I think this part is fine. If anything, there might be more extra space on this replica pair than on the retail, but we're just nitpicking at this point. The suede is a bit more dead on the replica than on the retail. You guys can kind of see it. Also, it looks like it comes up more on the retail pair. You can see it. Whereas on the replica, it's a bit thinner. Plus, the color of the stitching looks a little different. You almost can't see the stitching on the retail pair. You can see the stitching indents, but the thread itself you can't really see. On the replica pair, you can see not only the thread, but you can also see the stitching indents. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's closer. You can see it a bit more, but you almost can't see that on the retail pair. Fucking mosquito. So that's one thing that I noticed. Also, these eyelets are pretty fucking brown compared to the retail pair, which has like a maroon, purple, violet, that whole little Maniére color, whatever. It definitely is a big difference. I mean, look at that. This is a fucking Lego Indiana Jones brown ass hat compared to this little purple violet we got going on. So let's go to the backs of the sneakers. And really quickly, I just wanted to mention, I don't know why there's a little bit of red on my replica pair. I don't think you're gonna get that on your pair, but that's what I noticed. Also, this seems a bit higher. The back tab definitely seems a bit higher. You can even see that there's more space. Like, I can almost put my thumb right there. Can't do that shit over here. So there's less space. Back tab is definitely higher. And that stitching thing, you can kind of see it again. Like, you see it sure on the retail, you see it on the replica or whatever, but you know, it's definitely just has more of a dark color. It's more noticeable. I said I wasn't gonna get it mixed up, I did, but this is the retail pair and this is the replica, so you can see that the stitching is not as defined as it is on the replica. I think this is more like Maniére, whatever. This, they didn't even try to do the logo. They just did like a bunch of A's or something. This, you can see it's a little bit more crisp, if you will. I don't know if you guys can see that, but to me, it just looks a bit more crisp. Also, the retail pair comes with 2 laces. It comes with these, and it comes with a cream. So there's 3 laces. The replica I received only had 1 lace option, and it didn't even come in the thing. It was all out of the box and shit. So little things like that, you know, are indicators. Also, you can see the rep's getting a little dirty. I don't know. At least this pair, you know, could use a wipe down or something. So also, the stitching colors are low-key pretty different. You can kind of see this is the replica, this is the retail. You can definitely see this is almost more of a white color to it, like a gray. This is a bit, it's still gray, but in person it definitely looks more violet. It definitely has more of a purple color to it. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, let me know, but trust me, that difference is there. Also right here on the lining, so the replica pair, it's a little bit fuzzy, kind of soft, right? But on the retail pair, look at how smooth that shit is. It's the same sort of material, but there's just no, like, it doesn't even look like that at all. Look at that, and you can kind of feel the difference, but it's a lot less padding. Padding's always another indicator. Let's see what the insoles. Usually don't try to get that in depth. Those are kind of different, actually. You can see, let me get these stupid laces out. You can kind of see the difference. Again, it's nothing crazy, but it's similar to that, what I mentioned over here on the top of the tongue, or the lining of the tongue. It just kind of looks like bullshit. It doesn't look like they did A. You can see. So the sole is the same way, the insole is the same way. They didn't do the A's, they just did some bullshit. I guess really quickly I'll show you guys the other sneakers. I don't really know if you kind of need them at that point, but let me just bring in, let me not get them mixed up. Give me a second, I'll figure it out. Okay, I cheated. This is because it has the laces. This is the rep, this is the retail, but then you can kind of just see the smoothness, right? Again, tongue's a little shorter, on the rep. I'm trying to pull this bitch up. It's not budging at all. Also seems more round on the retail pair. On the replica, it's a bit more like caved in, if that makes sense. And this is probably going to be the biggest difference, at least to me. I don't know. Remember, these can always advance. They can always get better. They can change them. And I just noticed a big ass difference right now. So on the replica pair, look at this big ass gap in between the stitching. I'm gonna get as close as I can to that shit so y'all can see that. Look at that big ass gap, right? You go to the retail pair. Look at that difference, bro. Look at that fucking difference. So again, they can always get better. Let me know if I missed something, but to me, those are just some pretty basic ones that I found. There's a fucking ant on the box. And yeah, you can definitely see the difference. I think the Jumpman is pretty good on both. The back, it says something, do something, right? And on the replica pair, let's see. It's fucking hard to pull back. I think that font is completely different. Let me take another look at that. Do something. I don't want to fuck them up. Was actually did pretty good on this one. I think on the other sneaker, it was worse. Let me show you guys really quickly what I mean. All right, this is the retail. Do something. This is the replica. Yeah, see, it's got a little like an imprint. But again, we're just nitpicking at this point. Let me know what y'all noticed. Let me know if y'all think it's worth it. You know, I honestly thought this sneaker was gonna do better than it did. I would have much rather expected and preferred this one to be the one that had a higher resale value. But you know, I guess they made a lot of stock this time around. But I definitely think it's a slept on collab, slept on sneaker in general. Nike did pretty decent with the quality. These seem relatively decent, but you know, retail's obviously getting steeper these days. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what videos y'all are trying to see, what sneakers y'all are trying to see. Also, really quickly, you could also see the difference in color right here. I mean, I'm sure y'all see that, but I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.